Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's question is maximum sum circular subarray. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We solve a lot of interview questions on this channel and that can definitely help you with your interview. The question says, given a circular array C of integers represented by A, find the maximum possible sum of a non-empty subarray of C. And we are giving you the definition of a circular array. What is a circular array? How does it work? And we are giving you the definition of subarrays. So let's move to pen and paper. Let's see what is a circular array. And let's go through all the examples and let's see how we can solve this question. After that, we will see the code. The question is asking us to take out the maximum sum circular subarray. And this question is very similar to the question we have done before. And I request you, please go and watch that video. I will provide the link of the video in the description below. And we are going to use the same concept in this question. And I am not going to cover that part. So please go and watch that video. And let's dive into the question. So the question is saying that suppose you are given with this array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the question is saying this is circular array. That means next element of 6 will gonna be 1. And suppose if I say that this is not an circular array, this is a simple array. And if I ask you that, hey, give me the sum of maximum subarray, that means sum of this whole array will gonna be the sum of maximum subarray. That will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. And if I say we have minus 3 and minus 4, and now I ask that this is a simple array, and now give me the maximum sum of subarray. In that case, our answer will gonna be 5 plus 6, which is 11. But if I say this is a circular array, in that case, the whole concept changes, because our array can also be look like this. And in that case, our sum of maximum subarray will be 5 plus 6 plus 1 plus 2, which is equal to 11 plus 3, which is 14. Now the question is how to get rid of this part. And if I take another example, suppose we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have minus 4 and minus 5. In that case, if this array is a circular array, what will gonna be our answer? In that case, as our array also can look like this, in that case our answer will gonna be sum of these numbers, which is equal to 19. So what we are doing here is we are dividing this array in 3 parts, because we can add these 2 parts, or we can say we can merge these 2 parts and form a single subarray. If I say take out the sum of whole array, which will gonna be 1 plus 2 plus 3 minus 4 minus 5 plus 6 plus 7. In that case, the sum of this will gonna be 10. And let me repeat it again. This is part A, this is part B, and this is part C. 10 is equal to A plus B plus C. And if I say that I need to get A plus C, then 10 minus B, because it will go there. So A plus C will be equal to 10 minus B. So our A is 1 plus 2 plus 3. So which is 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6 plus our C is 6 plus 7, which is 13. That's come up to 19. And if I take out total, which is 10, and minus, we have minus 4 and minus 5. Minus 4, minus 5. 10 minus 9, which is equal to 19. So I can say to take out this part, I can simply take out the total and can minus this part, which is minus 4, minus 5. In that way, I can get this part. But now the question is how to identify this part. For that, let's take another example. So let's take an example from question. So we have this question, and if I apply the same logic here, the total sum will gonna be equal to 7. And we know we need to remove this part because as this is a circular array, our one subarray also equal to 5 and 5, and this is the maximum subarray, which is 10. So this is 7, and we have to remove this part, means minus, that will gonna be equal to 10, and this is our answer. So if I say that hey, take out the sum, then multiply everything with minus 1, minus 5 plus 3 minus 5. Now use the cadence algorithm and take out the maximum subarray, and that will gonna be 3. So I got 3 from here, and when I added all this, when I take the sum, I get 7 from there, and if I will add 7 plus 3, I can get 10. But we can have all different cases. Go through all the given example in the question and let's check whether it's satisfy our need or not. So if I talk about example number 1, we have 1 minus 2, 3 and 2. In this case, first of all, we will gonna implement cadence algorithm. We will take out the cadence algorithm. In this case, we can simply get our answer with the cadence algorithm, and that will gonna be 3. And let me remind you again, for the cadence, you can always check the previous video, which is maximum subarray video, and the link for that video is in the description below. So if I take out the cadence, that will come up to 3. We have taken out the cadence and it's there. Okay, I will take out the circular sum. You can say sum of this whole array. Let's save it as circular sum, which is 0. Now I will gonna multiply the whole array with minus 1. Now it will become minus 1, 2, minus 3 and 2. Now again I will take out the cadence from this array, and in that case I will gonna get 2. Now I will gonna add this 2 to my this number, which is my circular sum, which will be equal to 0 plus 2, which is 2 now. So our initial cadence is 3 and our circular sum is equal to 2. Now if my circular sum is greater than my cadence and my circular sum is not equal to 0, in that case I will gonna return circular sum, else I will gonna return my cadence sum. So we have done one example. Let's move on to the second example, which is minus 5, minus 3, minus 5. So first of all, we will take out the cadence, and cadence will come up equal to 7. Now I will take out the CS, which will gonna be again equal to 7. Now I will gonna multiply the array with minus 1. So my array will be like this. Now I will again take out the cadence from this part, and my cadence will be equal to 3, and I will add the new cadence to my circular sum. It will be equal to 10. Again, if my CS is greater than cadence and my CS is not equal to 0, I will gonna return my CS, else I will gonna return my K. So in that case I will gonna return CS, and our CS is equal to 10, so the answer is 10. So let's see the example number 3. I have minus 3, minus 1, 2 and minus 1. First of all, I will take out my cadence, and that will be equal to 3. Now I will gonna take a sum of whole array, that will be equal to 3. Now I will gonna multiply this array with minus 1. Now it will become minus 3, 1, minus 2, 1. And if I take out the cadence from here, it will come up equal to 1. And I will add this to our circular sum. Now my value of circular sum is equal to 4. So my CS is equal to 4. Again, if my CS is greater than K and CS is not equal to 0, I will gonna return my CS. Else I will gonna return K. So in that case, I will gonna return CS and I return 4, and 4 is answer for our example number 3. If you look at example number 4, we are given with example 3, -2, 2 and -3. In that case, our cadence is equal to 3. Now I will gonna take out the sum of whole array, and that is equal to 0. Now I will gonna turn the array into negative, or you can say I will multiply the array with -1. So -3, 2, -2, 3. And now my cadence will be equal to 3. I will gonna add it to my circular sum. So my circular sum will become 3. So my CS is equal to 3. If my CS is greater than K and CS is not equal to 0, so my CS is not equal to K, in that case I will gonna return K. So the answer is 3 for example number 4. If you look at example number 5, we have -2, -3, -1. And if we take out the cadence, that will be equal to -1. And if I take out the sum of this whole array, that will turn up to -6. Now I will gonna multiply the array with -1. It will become 2, 3, 1, and the cadence will be equal to 6. I will gonna add it there, and my CS is equal to 0. My CS is equal to 0. If my CS is greater than K and CS is not equal to 0, but in this case our CS is equal to 0, so we will gonna return K, which is -1, and -1 is the answer for example number 5. So let me repeat what we are doing. So what we are simply doing, first of all we will take out the cadence, and then we will take out the sum of the whole array. Then we will gonna multiply the array with -1, and then again we will take out the cadence from the array which we have multiplied by -1. Then we will gonna take out the second cadence, and I will gonna add it to the sum, and then we will gonna compare the sum and the cadence which was the first cadence. And if our CS is greater than K and our CS is not equal to 0, in that case I will gonna return CS, else I will gonna return the cadence. So let's move on to the coding part and let's see what is the code for this problem. So let's look at the code. If you look at line number 16, I define the cadence algorithm, and you have noticed this is the same code which we have written in maximum subarray question. And if you look at line number 3, I am first checking out K, which is equal to the cadence of our given array, and then I am taking a CS, which is a circular sum, which is initially 0. Then I am taking a for loop and I am adding all element to the CS, and I am taking the sum of all array. And then in the next step I am converting my array by multiplying it by -1. And again I am taking out the cadence of the new modified array, which is multiplied by 1, and adding that cadence to my CS. And CS is, till now, if you look at here, till now our CS is sum of whole array, and now I am adding the cadence of the modified array. So our new CS will equal to the previous CS plus the cadence of the modified array. And if our CS is greater than K and CS is not equal to 0, we are returning CS, else we are returning the cadence. So this was the code for this problem. So let's check whether it works or not. So here I submitted my code and it got accepted. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe.